The night had begun like any other easy, comfortable hangout with friends, soft music playing low, people chatting in warm clusters, the gentle chime of glasses touching. I was in one of those light, mischievous moods, leaning closer to him with a sly grin, wanting to stir a little fun. Honestly, I said, letting my voice drip with playful drama, I think I need a new husband. This one's a little too boring. I flicked my eyes toward another man across the room, expecting giggles, smirks, maybe a dramatic gasp or two. That was all I meant for it to be, a harmless tease, a spark to get a reaction. But I misjudged the moment entirely. Because almost immediately, the ease in the room dissolved. The atmosphere tightened so fast it was like someone had slammed a door shut. His eyes found mine and held me there. Unmoving, unblinking, colder than I had ever seen. A chill skated down my spine. Laughter stumbled and died in throats. Conversations cut off mid-word. Even the music seemed suddenly too quiet. I realized too late that my joke had detonated something I hadn't meant to touch. I waited for him to smirk, roll his eyes, make a sarcastic comeback, something to save me. But he didn't. He just stared, calm, sharp, assessing, as if he were peeling back the layers of what I had just said. My playful confidence evaporated in an instant. All around us, friends shifted subtly. Heads turned. Brows lifted. Every person in that room sensed what was happening, and the tension expanded until it pressed against my ribs. My words, meant to be silly and light, felt suddenly dangerous. Then he spoke. Slowly. Quietly. Too calmly. If you think you need a new husband, he said, perhaps the person you should be looking at is yourself. The room froze. Utterly. Forks hung in midair. Glasses hovered near lips and never made it there. The look he gave me was steady, controlled, and devastating in its precision. My throat tightened. The smile I'd worn moments ago crumbled off my face. A flush crawled across my cheeks. I felt naked in the worst way. Every eye on me, every breath in the room suspended. I was joking. I tried, the weak laugh escaping me sounding fake even to my own ears. He didn't move. Didn't soften. Didn't even blink. He leaned back slightly, as if settling in to watch me unravel under my own words. The silence between us stretched so thin it felt like it could snap and cut me open. My fingers curled around the edge of my chair. My heart beat too loudly, too fast. I could feel the weight of everyone's attention, the way they exchanged hushed glances, how some shook their heads slowly in disbelief. The man I had gestured toward earlier shifted in his seat, suddenly uncomfortable, as if the gravity of the moment had reached him too. Then he spoke again, lower this time. Controlled. Measured. Jokes have a way of revealing what people hide. And once something is revealed, it can't always be taken back. His voice wasn't angry. It was calm. Worse than angry. It was certainty wrapped in ice. An authority that didn't need volume or aggression. And it terrified me. The impact of his words rippled through the room. No one dared interrupt. No one dared move. I felt myself shrinking, my earlier bravado dissolving into something small and shaken. Everything I had meant as light-hearted fun now felt stupid, careless, exposed under the sharp clarity of his reaction. Minutes passed, though they felt like hours. My hands trembled. A bead of sweat slid down my spine. No one laughed. No one joked. The atmosphere was thick, charged, and painfully silent. By the time the evening finally crawled to an end, I was drained, quiet, shaken, replaying every second of that disastrous moment in my head. Walking out into the cool night air, I realized nothing about my joke had been harmless. Not the timing, not the tone, not the target. And his response, silent, measured, chilling in its steadiness, left a lesson carved deep into my memory. He had never raised his voice, never accused, never argued, but his calm, controlled reaction had cut deeper than any angry outburst ever could. That night stayed with me. A reminder that not every teasing comment is just a joke. That some moments pull back the curtain on truths we didn't mean to reveal. And that sometimes the quietest response leaves the loudest mark.